Gotta go fast.
Most of you are waking up every day looking for pain, dysfunction, drama, unemployment, being broke, struggling.
And the reason that you're here is because you are going to pull your own strings. The reason that you're here, there's something about you that knows this is not it for me. I want to play a bigger game. The reason that you're here is because you are not willing to settle. The reason that you're here, that being in this energy and around people that are pursuing their greatness, you have something special. I'm going to access my greatness, and that's why you're here.
Everything about your life that you decided that you wanted for yourself is so negative, but yet you're expected to produce positive results.
We had a lot of problems that people never thought.
Now is the time to take risk.
And it doesn't matter how you get knocked down in life, because that's going to happen. All that matters is that you got to get up.
You just have to wake up. You just have to break that negative spirit. You have to break through.
And the reason that most of us can't see our greatness is because you can't see the picture when you're in the frame.
The God who takes pleasure in prospering me, He's in complete control. He's not going to let it get too hot. He's not going to let it defeat me. I may not like it, but I'm not a whiner. I'm a warrior. I know I can handle this.
And you'll get all kind of creative ideas. As I talk to you right now, being involved in this immersion process, you're going to create some openings for yourself. You're going to get some ideas. You're going to feel your adrenaline flowing, and you're going to think about something, some idea you had, and you say, I want to go back and I'm going to look at that again from a different vantage point, not from the level of the problem of the obstacles that I encountered, but from a higher vantage point.
When we have conflicts between what we want and what we think we can have, or you have a goal of what you really want to make happen, but then you have this other belief inside that says this damn stuff never does work. Those inner conflicts are what keep people from using all of their energy. It's kind of like taking 2 steps forward and 3 steps back. So often in life, people don't begin the journey because they're not quite sure what to do or how to do it right or how to do it perfect.
There's no limit to our possibility. We can focus and individualize the elements, the forces, and the principles of the whole world, and all human problems solved. Nothing is impossible. Now you may be thinking, well, the world is in dire need of this. Oh, you're so right.
You can put effort on you, and by concentrating on you and developing you, you can transform your life wherever you are right now. Whatever you hear in the first 20 minutes when you wake up, that will affect the spirit of your day.
I know that God, the cosmic power, speaks in peace and not in confusion. I am now in tune with this cosmic power. I know and I believe implicitly that it is revealing to me the perfect answer. I think about the solution to my problem. I now live in the mood I would have were my problem solved.
Or maybe that little or big emotion inside of you that says, no more, I'm going to change this, and suddenly you do something to make your life better. You break out of the impossibility of life has to be this way or life is controlling me, and you start to take back control of your life. You start to make the shift that creates the quality of life that you really deserve.
When you don't have a true appreciation and acceptance for who you are, and you allow yourself to be immobilized by fear, what happens in the process is that you begin to abuse yourself. You begin to sabotage your life, you begin to sabotage your dreams, you begin to unconsciously work against yourself.
If you allow that lifestyle, that chaos, that that impressionable mindset that drinking and drugs and all those things are the way to go, then it's going to pull you down. It's going to suck you under.
The time is now. The time is now to express and for people to believe in themselves. The time is now for it to be okay to be great. People in this world shun people for being great, for being a bright color, for standing out. But the time is now to be okay to be the greatest you.
Anything I've ever attempted, I was always willing to fail. You can't be paralyzed by fear of failure, or you will never push yourself. You keep pushing because you believe in yourself and in your vision. And you know that it's the right thing to do, and success will come, so don't be afraid to fail.
Then that kind of relieves the pressure of self-doubt. I mean, it's sort of like, I don't have any doubt about whether we're going to fail. That's the likely outcome.
You must be willing to go forward and face your fears again and again and again, because you're never going to have a fear-free existence. I mean, some fear is acceptable and legitimate. There are some things that you really should be afraid of. Now, you shouldn't allow it to immobilize you.
Nothing is impossible. You just have to kind of keep running through the walls.
It's crazy that we live in a world that if you're super positive and super creative, that it's scary. So what does that tell you about the mentality of most people?
It's impossible. I've heard that so many times. It's just impossible. Can't be done.
That we must give our permission to fear to immobilize us. Because whatever discomfort you experience, whatever challenges or difficulty that it is, you got to handle it.
So unfortunately, instead of still chasing my dream and rising to the occasion, I let the real first substantial fear kind of take over my self-confidence and start pushing it away and pushing it down, burying it into my soul.
Most people dabble. They talk about, well, I'd like to change my body, I'd like to make my relationship better, I'd like to have more passion there, but they don't know what to do, and even if they did, they don't have enough detail to be able to follow through. They haven't made the shifts in their own emotion and their psychology to follow through, and it isn't that difficult, but there is a path, and it requires consistency. Whatever you want to make better, you better make sure you measure it more often.
You are exactly what you think all day long. Consequently, you are the artificer of your own future. As you change your thought life or pattern, you change your destiny. Begin now to command your life pattern and go forward to achievement, accomplishment, victory, and experience a life more abundant right here and right now. There is a power in you that has never been fully released. The power that moves the world and governs the galaxies and space is within you.
Push you past the fear. Your hunger to have them will give you a special drive. As you work on yourself, as you begin to acknowledge your true identity, the true power that you have, the true capacity you have to bring about change, the miracle working power that you have within yourself to do the things that you want to do.
When I had that purpose and it was attached to my self-confidence, I was able to achieve what I wanted to achieve, and that was really to be a part of a team on a different level, whether we won or we lost. That my purpose is driven by the forging of my self-confidence as well as my commitment to living a team life.
You may not have as much talent as you think you have. But if you have the desire, your talent will find you.
Now I have come to the crossroads in my life. I always knew what the right path was. Without exception, I knew, but I never took it. You know why? It was too damn hard.
You have to fight the hardest battle. You have to fight the hardest battle, which any human being can ever imagine to fight. And never stop fighting until you arrive at your destined place. That is the unique you. To get the unique you, it's a big battle. The battle means you don't need to take a gun. The battle means you have to have 4 unique things. 4 unique tools you must have in that battle.
To the biggest battle of our professional lives, all comes down to today. Either we heal as a team, or we're going to crumble. Inch by inch, play by play, till we're finished. We're in hell right now. We can stay here, get the shit kicked out of us, or we can fight our way back into the light. We can climb out of hell.
It's a daily practice. It's something that we do consistently. Hopefully you do it with me every morning. Otherwise you're doing it on your own, but do it daily with feeling that you're actually attached to it. And a good way to do it is always ask yourself why. So instead of listing out all the things you're grateful for, instead of just ramming through 3 things and then getting on with your day, just ask yourself why on each one. I find that it makes a big difference. So I'm grateful for this, and then why. Just that little 30 seconds of thought can make a big difference, a big impact. That's how you're gonna feel the benefits.
You see, I think it would be arrogant if I thought I could stand up and spit it out just because I did it yesterday or hundreds of times. That's arrogance. That's when Buster Douglas knocks out Mike Tyson. That's when an expansion team in Houston beats an established NFL team in Dallas. I dare not. Look at the people here, several thousand. I'm taking over an hour. That's several thousand hours of time. Where would my integrity be if I came here unprepared to make something, a presentation that could make a difference in your life?
That's maybe the most important thing, is to shake off this erroneous notion that life is there and you're just going to live in it, versus embrace it, change it, improve it, make your mark upon it.
When you die, you're gonna regret the things you don't do. You think you're queer? I'm gonna tell you something, we're all queer. You think you're a thief? So what? You get befuddled by a middle-class morality, get shut of it, shut it out.
If you want to know what's really you, where you're going to be alive is when it's really you. And you may think you know who you are because you've been living a certain way, but I'll tell you how you'll know. You'll feel euphoric, you'll feel strong, you'll feel unlimited, you'll feel free. I have seen, out of 3 million people around this earth in 80 countries, I've seen just about anything you can see, and there are only so many patterns. And what you're going to find underneath all of this behavior is we have the same needs. We want to understand what's really going on so we can help, so we can make a difference, so we can transform. So yes, of course you can do better in your business, because the more you understand about what people need and want, the greater you're going to be. The better manager, better leader, the better mom or dad, the better friend. And there's a better you that's available when you understand what's driving you. But most of us are running patterns over and over again. And we want to free that up. To free it up, we got to break the pattern. We got to do things that are different. So we're going to do something different. I'm not here because I believe in positive thinking. If you think that's what I believe, you don't know much about me. I'm not one of those people that believes you're supposed to go to your garden and chant, there's no weeds, there's no weeds, there's no weeds, there's no weeds.
It's better to be prepared for an opportunity and not have one than to have an opportunity and not be prepared. Start working and developing yourself now and prepare yourself for what it is that you want, because you expect to get it.
Stop complaining about being out of shape when you never go to the gym. Stop looking at your stomach when you get out of the shower and your body and complaining about the way you look when you're eating everything in sight and never going to the gym. You are the reason you look the way you look. You are the reason you're unemployed. You are the reason why your surroundings are so dysfunctional and negative.
It's the way that you are, not what you're getting out of the way that you are. It's that wonderful work of art that your life becomes, that you begin to see that I can make my life unfold. The paradox is that all of the things that I chased after so hard, so diligently, show up in your life just the right amounts. It's an attitude of knowing, surrendering, not to anyone, but surrendering from the things that most of us are pursuing all of our lives, where we get on that stress-filled, fast pace. I have to achieve, I have to perform, I have to succeed, I have to become number one, I have to beat everybody else in order to prove myself. You begin to develop an inner sense of harmony, that those kinds of things are very low-level determiners of what kind of a human being you're going to be.
And because you are unstoppable, because you've got power that you haven't even begun to use yet, you owe it to yourself to release your brakes. How many of you have had the experience of pulling out of your driveway and you mashed on the accelerator and the car was just going, it couldn't move, and you mashed harder and it couldn't move, and then you discovered you had your emergency brakes on? Most of us go through life with our brakes on, holding back, not giving all that we have, not sharing all of ourselves. Most of us go to our graves still holding on rather than releasing it. What are some of those things that keep us from releasing it? Because of past experiences, past defeats, past pain. We look back, well, it didn't work out then. It probably won't work out now.
And that's true for you. That's true for every single one of us. That what our life really is all about, it defies the world of form. It defies the world of linear. And yet we spend almost all of our energy and our time here, in this part of our consciousness, in form, believing that this is who we are. When you learn to go into your mind, when you learn that your mind is really a place that you can visit and exquisitely touch the face of God, you can remove the tension and stress and everything else that's troublesome in your life when you give yourself time to experience your true humanity.
I'm frustrated with the amount of people that are not successful because they have thought their way into a depression. You have thought your way into negativity and misery. You have thought your way into holding on to a dude or a girl that you broke up with a year or two ago and you're still sad and miserable. They done moved on with their life. It's all in the mind. Change your mind and it will change your life. You just have to wake up. You just have to break that negative spirit. You have to break through all of that shit that you're carrying.
See, life is not just that simple. It's not that cut and dry. And that's why most people never realize their personal greatness, because they're casual about life. And when you're casual about life, you will end up a casualty. Life is serious business.
Benny. Nobody cares. Meow. Oh, come on. Okay, pal, I want to basically look like a cat in the plane.
Oh, is that all you got?
No, but thank you for asking.
Uh-oh.
Whatever this creature is, our job is to secure it, neutralize it, see what makes it tick.
Look at this! I took 9 million steps today.